So to explain about the electron energy, position, shape, size, we need these quantum numbers. So every electron in an atom is characterized by some quantum numbers. So every electron in an atom is quantized by characterized by quantum numbers. That means to explain the electron energy, position and shape, spin, we need these quantum numbers. So here quantum numbers are 4 types. They are principal quantum number, principal quantum number, azimuthal quantum number, azimuthal quantum number. Next one is magnetic quantum number, magnetic spin quantum number. So we will discuss first one, principal quantum number. So what is principal quantum number? So principal quantum number is introduced by Niels Bohr. It was introduced by Niels Bohr. It was introduced by Niels Bohr, and it is denoted by small n. It has particular values there. It has values 1, 2, 3 and so on. And these are also designated by capital K, capital L, capital M and so on. That means K equal to 1, L equal to, that means suppose if n equal to 1, it is K shell. If n equal to 2, that is L shell. Similarly, if it is n equal to 3, M shell. If n equal to 4, N shell. N shell. And next point is it indicates the size of the orbit. It indicates size of the orbit. So n value increases, size increases. Here size is nothing but radius. Okay. So here size is nothing but radius. So radius. So n value increases, radius also increases. So what is the radius formula? N square h square by 4 pi square m z e square. N is orbit number, h is Planck constant, pi is 3.14, m is the mass of the electron, z is atomic number, e is the charge of the electron. And if n value increases, energy also increases. So that means it indicates the energy of orbit also. Then how to find out energy value? En equal to minus 2 pi square m e power 4 by n square h square. So in each orbit, how many number of electrons are possible? So normally the maximum number of electrons that exist in orbit is 2n square. 2n square. So about principal quantum number. The principal quantum number is introduced by Niels Bohr, and it is denoted by small n. Small n values are 1, 2, 3 and so on. So n equal to 1 means K shell, n equal to 2 means L shell, n equal to 3 means M shell, n equal to 4 means N shell. So if n value increases, radius also increases. If n value increases, energy also increases. So the radius value is r equal to n square h square by 4 pi square mz square. And energy is En equal to minus 2 pi square m e power 4 by n square h square. The maximum number of electron each orbit is 2n square. Azimuthal quantum number. So azimuthal quantum number, it is also known as angular quantum number. It is also known as angular quantum number. Angular quantum number or subsidiary orbital. Subsidiary orbital quantum number. So next point is this was introduced by Sommerfeld. And it is denoted by small l. So what about azimuthal quantum number? It gives the information about shape of the orbital. So gives the information about shape of orbital. And L values are 0 to n minus 1. So normally these L values are just like 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on like that. So based on that we can define the shape also. That means suppose L equal to 0, L equal to 0, 1, 2, 3. So L equal to 0 means that is S orbital, L equal to 1 means P orbital, L equal to 2 means D orbital, L equal to 3 means F orbital. So these are the notations. And the shapes. So what about the S orbital shape? S orbital shape is spherical. Then what about P orbital? P orbital shape is dumbbell. Then what about D orbital? Double dumbbell. Then what about F orbital shape? So F orbital is complex. So these are the shapes. So S orbital is in a spherical shape, P orbital is in a dumbbell shape, D orbital is a double dumbbell shape, F orbital is a complex shape. So we cannot define exactly. Okay. And also we can define the energies, order of energy sublevels. So normally energy wise we can define as a energy order of energies of sublevels in a main energy level. S less than P less than D less than F. So F orbital having higher energy, S orbital having lower energy. And also based on this we can find out the orbital angular momentum of electron, continuation of the azimuthal quantum number, orbital angular momentum, orbital angular momentum of electron. Symbol is mu L equal to square root of L into L plus 1 into H by 2 pi. Suppose if L value is 0, then mu L equal to 0. If L equal to 1, then mu L equal to square root of 1 into 1 plus 1 into H by 2 pi. So root 2 into H by 2 pi. Suppose if L equal to 2, then mu L equal to square root of 2 into 2 plus 1 H by 2 pi equal to, so 2 plus 1, 3 2s are 6, root 6 into H by 2 pi. Similarly, this is orbital angular momentum. So what about magnetic moment? The magnitude of magnetic moment. So mu L equal to square root of L into L plus 1. So actually we are calculating magnitude. Magnitude means then we can remove the H by 2 pi value. Then only square root of L into L plus 1. That's all. Okay. Then suppose if we consider spinning, then it will be changes. Suppose if we consider the angle between the z-axis and angular momentum vector, if we consider that means theta angle, if theta is the angle between z-axis and angular momentum vector, then small m equal to square root of L into L plus 1 cos theta. If there is any angle is possible, then we can consider cos theta. Okay students. Next is magnetic quantum number. Magnetic quantum number is introduced by Landé. So introduced by Landé, and it is denoted by actually small m or small m below L, ml. And m values are, so what about m values is minus L2 plus L including 0. So totally how many values are possible means total values are 2l plus 1. For example, if l equal to 0, m equal to 0. If l equal to 1, then ml equal to minus 1 2 plus 1. That means minus 1 0 plus 1. Totally how many values are possible? 3 values. So l equal to 1 means that is p orbital. L equal to 1 means p orbital. So p orbital, again 3 subshells are possible. So based on this, that means this is p orbital, this is minus 1, this is 0, this is plus 1. It is the meaning of this one. So L equal to 1 means p orbital. So p orbital contains first subshell contains minus 1 magnetic quantum number, second one is containing 0, third one is containing plus 1 magnetic quantum number. Similarly, if L equal to 2, ml equal to minus 2 0, sorry, minus 2 minus 1 0 plus 1 plus 2. That means L equal to 2 means d orbital. So d orbital contains 5 subshells. 5 subshells. So this is minus 2, this is minus 1, 0 plus 1 plus 2. So this is the meaning, students. So totally we can write like this. Okay. So this is the magnetic quantum number, spin quantum number. Spin quantum number introduced by Uhlenbeck and Goudsmit. And the spin indicated by S. Actually it denotes spinning of electrons. Spinning of electron. Normally we can indicate with S or MS also. Both are same. And it has two values. It has two values, either plus half or minus half. So if electron spins in clockwise direction, then S equal to plus half. If electron spins in a anti-clockwise direction, then S equal to minus 1 by 2. So simply up arrow plus half, down arrow minus half. And also here we can calculate the angular momentum, because by spinning electron will produces the angular momentum also. Spinning of electron produces angular momentum. S, mu s. So here what is the formula is mu s equal to square root of s into s plus 1 into h by 2 pi. This formula is similar to orbital angular momentum. There we can use L, here we can use S. And also here this is a spin angular momentum. And one more thing is spin magnetic moment. Spin magnetic moment mu s equal to square root of s into s plus 1 Bohr magneton. This Bohr magneton is a units, actually that is scientist name. So we can use Bohr magneton. So square root of s into s plus 1 This is the spin quantum number